Who are the meanest and who are the nicest YouTubers on the entire platform? Well, it comes as no surprise that one of the meanest YouTubers on this list is Jack Doherty, whose rise to fame has come through dangerous, disrespectful, and borderline criminal activities. Jack began his YouTube career over 7 years ago with innocent challenges and harmless pranks, but as time went on, Jack continued to push the boundaries and realized the meaner and the more controversial he became, the more views and money he would gain. He would become a nuisance at local Walmarts by shutting off the power and trashing the place with minimal repercussions. The mean side of Jack Doherty would continue to grow and become evident when he decided to steal his brother's car 4 years ago in a video that has garnered over 1.4 million views. Jack's brother Michael clearly wasn't a fan of this so-called prank, getting violent with Jack. Bro, this is basically what would happen if Jack Doherty doesn't have his bodyguard. And best video he's ever posted because it's the one time he doesn't have a pack of bodyguards next to him to save him. Are two comments on this video because as time went on, Jack continued to push the limits, growing more obnoxious and going as far as harassing people on the streets to then cower behind his bodyguard. He has even done this with random fathers with their children there to watch. Jack seems to have a broken moral compass, which constantly points south because he now uses social media platforms to push OnlyFans girls to a relatively young audience, making him one of the most reckless creators on this list. But for every creator like Jack Doherty, there is an equal and opposite force of kindness, which can be seen in Ryan Trahan, who has built a platform around positivity and happiness. Unlike many YouTubers, Ryan's rise to fame was built on the back of good vibes, positivity, and relatability because his videos are engineered to leave viewers with a smile on their face. But his kindness extends far beyond just good vibes, because Ryan has used his platform to raise millions of dollars for charity with his Penny series, in which he spent 30 days traveling America with the goal to raise $100,000 to feed the hungry, but in the end he didn't raise $100,000, he raised $1.5 million. Ryan is genuinely such a rare person to come across, doing something entertaining and challenging with the main goal of helping people in need. What an amazing person. The first series was so nice that Ryan had to do it twice, repeating the challenge but this time in Europe where he raised $400,000. These two series alone sum up to $1.9 million worth of meals for charity, and I'm sure Ryan is going to be doing more things like this soon. And I'm also sure that Brent Rivera will copy whatever new thing Ryan comes up with, as he's become YouTube's biggest content thief, along with being just a blatant bully. Any YouTuber who gets a viral video starts the clock until they get Brent Rivera'd, which is what happens when your content gets stolen, like this and this. But Brent Rivera is more than just a content thief, because he's a bully who seriously believes himself to be superior than anyone around him, which was highlighted when YouTuber Tyler Oliveira encountered him whilst faking a video. Both Tyler and Brent were coincidentally staying at a haunted hotel in order to film some content when Tyler caught Brent placing actors in order to fake his video. Tyler confronted Brent.
Do you fake your videos?
No. Do you fake your videos?
No.
Alright, okay. Have fun, guys.
They walked their separate ways until they encountered each other once more, where Brent and his crew decided it was time to assert their perceived dominance.
God, Brent Rivera's right there.
Hey, go have fun with your 100 subscribers, bud.
We get that louder.
You don't have a directional mic on that camera?
Hey, we're filming our thing.
So after commenting on Tyler's equipment, making comments about subscribers, and implying they should be treated differently for not being normal guests,
We were normal guests.
Brent went one step further, getting Tyler kicked out of the hotel, despite him having paid $375 to spend the night there. But whilst Brent Rivera is busy making fake kids videos, there are YouTubers who are on a mission to change the world for the better, and none come close in this regard to Mr. Beast for his continuous acts of charity, generosity, and all-around kindness, with the mission to make the world a better place. Despite being the biggest YouTuber in the world, Jimmy Donaldson lives a humble life, with no real care for material objects like flashy cars or huge mansions. Jimmy instead uses his platform and money to create a cycle of positivity, where a portion of his content are some of the craziest acts of kindness ever seen, like building hundreds of houses for the homeless or curing 1,000 deaf people. He was one of the guys who said, if I become a millionaire, I'll help people, but actually did it. And bros casually saving the world are two comments which really highlight the impact Mr. Beast is having on the planet. Besides his main YouTube channel, Jimmy created Beast Philanthropy, which is a channel dedicated to charity, where all income from that channel is recycled into larger and grander acts of charity and not for a dime of profit. Even from the start of his YouTube journey, Mr. Beast knew that there was a better way to get famous than chasing money and clout, and that you could build a business off the back of kindness, which was reflected when he received his first ever brand deal 7 years ago and gave the entire $10,000 check to a homeless man. This is a level of kindness that cannot be found within Sneako because the now banned YouTuber jumps from controversy to controversy, recently getting involved in an online beef with the Jiu-Jitsu world champion Mikey Musumeci.
It's called an Aoki lock. It's a modified heel hook, but
Jiu-Jitsu is for autistic people. Jiu-Jitsu, I swear, this is why I like striking. This is so...
And this is a competition where it's an art, and it's an art form, and I learned from the master.
He looks like Mark Zuckerberg. He shouldn't be winning.
so that's like a master to student for being 40.
It's like a master to the student. Actually, this is a leg heel lock.
After insulting Jiu-Jitsu and making fun of the way Mikey speaks, he put out a response.
Bullies are weak people that make fun of others around them, that give themselves relevance, and they make themselves feel good. And there's this guy named Sneako making fun of me, making fun of my friend, making fun of jiu-jitsu. He calls himself a boxer. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. Let's have an MMA fight. I challenge Sneako to an MMA fight. I'm gonna shut his mouth, and I'm gonna take the bully's lunch money.
Sneako then accepted the fight, but with a condition so ridiculous that the fight would never take place.
Massey, fine. I accept your offer. I will fight you in MMA. One condition, because I don't need the money, I'm an active income. You need to tell your sparring partner and your lookalike, Mark Zuckerberg, to have a 1-hour conversation with me about who controls the world, and then I'll fight you.
Obviously, this fight did not take place as Sneako continued to sit and talk about Mikey from the comfort of his own home, avoiding the obvious beating the world champion would have given him, which forced Mikey to make one final response.
Alright, so obviously Sneako doesn't want to fight me, adding in all these stupid stipulations he knows will never happen. Typical bully. They talk and they talk, beyond the safety of their screen, or even in the bathroom, recklessly, and they never face consequences.
Another YouTuber that surely agrees with Mikey's stance on bullying is Markiplier, who was bullied as a child, which is one of the reasons that today he is one of the nicest YouTubers in the world, raising millions of dollars for charity. Markiplier was bullied in school simply for being Korean, which led him to growing up insecure, and then at 19 years old, he suffered a great loss when his father passed away with lung cancer. These are two reasons why Markiplier has used his platform to spread positivity and uplift his audience, along with frequent and large sums of money donated to charity. By 2017, Markiplier had raised over $3 million for charity, but the events didn't stop there. In March 2018, Markiplier hit 20 million subscribers on YouTube, where he promised his fans that he would release a so-called tasteful nude collection, which wouldn't contain any actual nudity, but more like some funny photos of him. This drop raised $490,000 in 24 hours, and he donated the full amount to cancer research. In 2019, Markiplier raised $500,000 for homeless youth through a livestream event. And recently, Markiplier announced he would release an OnlyFans with all the profits split between the Cincinnati Children's Hospital and the World Food Program, where he released the same tasteful nudes, and this time raised over $360,000, whilst crashing the OnlyFans website in the process. Markiplier is best described by a comment that reads, "Mark is the definition of chaotic good," proving a strong contrast to the chaotic evil which can be found in That Vegan Teacher. Katie Karen Diekmeyer, also known as That Vegan Teacher, is a 59-year-old woman who promotes veganism like a religion, shoving it down the throats of all the unfortunate viewers who come across her content. She tries to ride waves of large creators by calling them out for not being vegan, with her finding some viral success when she targeted the largest YouTuber of them all, Mr. Beast, in a video titled, "Mr. Beast, no amount you give to charity can undo the damage you are causing by promoting eating meat." That That vegan teacher attacks Mr. Beast by reviewing his video where he ate expensive food, telling him that he should be donating this money to charity instead, completely disregarding all the money Jimmy has donated and continues to donate to feeding the hungry. Harming animals is wrong. Also her harming our brain cells is probably the best comment to describe that vegan teacher, as she attacks creators' morals in order to chase virality as opposed to building a loving community and giving everything to them, like the nicest YouTuber on this list, Steve Wallace. Steve has garnered an audience of 1.5 million subscribers as he gained popularity with his camping content where he would camp in some of the most unusual places ever. Steve never shied away from the truth, always speaking his mind and describing how he felt within the videos, which is what helped him gain such a loyal and loving fan base. But in August of 2022, Steve uploaded a video titled "Rest in Peace, My Beautiful Wife."
On Saturday, beautiful wife and I went to bed. On Sunday only, I woke up.
After this, Steve took a pause on the uploads, till he came out with a community post that read, "Hey, sorry to keep letting you down with missing regular uploads. I'm maybe at the stages of grief when I have got to depression. Some days are okay. Some are sleeping all day and hiding from the world. I don't want to burden you with my problems, but I want to let you know what's going on. I've been trying to film a video for the last 10 days, but I want to be happy in the video." The videos returned until a couple months later where Steve would post another community post where he announced that his mother had passed away. Despite these back-to-back tragedies that would send anyone into a dark and selfish place, Steve would be back producing content with a video dedicated to the passing of his mother.
My mom was in palliative care for about a month, and a couple of weeks ago, she passed away. Peacefully, with no regrets, living her life exactly like she wanted to, and for that, I'm at peace. When life attacks you, you gotta take life on. Life, I'm coming for you.
The man endures the worst two events in life, yet still is grateful and humble. That is why we love him.